Thanks, Candace. The Adventures of T, Timothy and Tiger is a storybook thriller with all the trappings of mystery, secret tombs and great discoveries. T is a young girl who loves to read, but her leisure time is often interrupted by her strange dog, Tiger. This over-energetic furry friend often gets in trouble by stealing socks and scurrying around the house with T in hot pursuit. T and a friend's imagination takes them on a dream adventure with a visit from an Egyptologist bringing artifact to the score. We're joined by Gavin Athienides, author of The Adventures of T, Timothy and Tiger. Thanks so much for joining us. Maybe we should say welcome to Khan as well. Just take us through what you had to go through in compiling this book. I know it took you 6 years and a lot of costs incurred as well.
Cindy, I wanted to record the book. I had done another audio project quite some time ago, and I wanted to basically go into, owning a studio. I wanted to basically, first and foremost, record it. But effectively, I had to write the book. So I think the first 3 years were spent writing the material. And in that period, I would collect the sounds and sound effects and the ambience tracks that I would later use in the actual audio side of things when I went into studio. But then in the second 3 year span was basically spent recording the production. So it's been pretty much a 6 year project as such. And I could never go into studio without the actual book being absolutely correct.
But the combination works very well, especially children who are old enough to read can follow the audio while they're following the text. Why is it such a compelling story for you to tell? I mean, it's amazing in terms of the adventure and the sounds and the ability to put you right there where the action is happening.
It's also obviously not just a narration. We've brought in, and that's why it makes for a little bit more exciting, I think, listening, is that all the different characters in the book are played by different voiceover artists which have given of their time, and basically they have done the characterizations themselves. So it's not just a narrator narrating the book. And obviously a child listening, we've put in a music track, we've put in all the ambience tracks, we've put in all these sound effects tracks. So when producing it, we'd have tens and tens of multiple multi-tracks, creating the whole. It's a movie soundtrack, basically. It's a movie soundtrack.
And for me, it's also empowering young people to be able to navigate life's challenges. I mean, there's the part where the secret is told about Khan, who is the mummy boy sitting next to me, and how that needed to be preserved in order to get Khan home without giving away the book. What is the essence of the book?
In a nutshell, I once read a book called Think and Grow Rich. And I said to myself, how am I going to rewrite Think and Grow Rich in a child format? And that's effectively what I tried to do. It didn't work out that way. You just can't put sort of adult psychology in a children's book. But I tried to. I tried to. And then obviously, an Egyptian theme at the same time, an adventurous theme. So hopefully there's a little bit of psychology that's come through. And again, the Egyptian theme, the children love the Egyptian theme. It's given me also a reason to build some nice little props, and make no mistake, I also enjoyed crawling through tombs and tunnels in Egypt, on my trips doing research. It's an absolute passion now. Yeah.
And the character of Mr. Galloway, who is very unscrupulous, who is this merchant who effectively stole Khan, or bought Khan in the black market, and then now comes and pretends that in front of the class that he had actually discovered him. How did you come up with this mysterious, dirty old man?
I think every story obviously needs a baddie as such. And the theme of tomb robbery is very interesting because it's so prevalent today. There's still tomb robbery, and the illegal antiquities market in Egypt it goes on today, even today. So Gallagher is played by Norman Anstey in the book. So it's a fine voiceover artist doing that character. And hopefully he does turn in the end. So he turns out quite a good guy in the end.
For me, it's one of the best kept secrets when it comes to children's literature. And I still don't get it why you decided to self-publish as opposed to really giving it the platform it deserves.
At this present moment in time, if a publisher comes along, we shall. But you've got to go as far as possible. I never wanted to go to approach a publisher with a manuscript. I really wanted to approach him with all the bells and whistles. So we have self-published. We have produced the CD. They are available on the book's website. But ultimately, we would obviously like, if a publisher comes along, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
half the work is done. You've even got a trailer, so it's an animator's dream, really.
There for the taking.
Yeah. Well, Gavin, thank you so much for your
Cool.
time. We really, really
Fabulous.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for bringing Khan along as well. We're speaking to author of the self-published children's book, The Adventures of T, Timothy and Tiger, Gavin Athienides. Spent over 6 years traveling back and forth to Egypt to gather artifacts, stories and great discoveries. The book comes in an audiobook format as well. It's an audiobook recording combination, so you young minds can follow text while listening to the audio narration. For more information, please visit their website. It's www.tandtim.co.za, www.tandtim.co.za. And for a snippet of the adventures of T, Timothy and Tiger, you can go to the website and view the trailer as well. For now, though, we take a quick ad break. We'll see you on the other side.